Perfect Tulsa King Season 2 theory would pay off a totally different show's twist. Dominic Lombardozzi played Chicky Invernizzi in Tulsa King, and if one theory about the show proves true, it would perfectly play off one of his other roles in a completely separate series. Chicky was one of the central characters in Tulsa King Season 1. He was the one who originally sent Dwight Manfredi, Sylvester Stallone, to Tulsa, and he eventually became the head of the Invernizzi crime family. It seems that Tulsa King Season 2 will give Chicky a bigger role, and if one theory proves true, his role could pay off a twist from a completely different show. There are several shows like Tulsa King, but one has a character who had an eerily similar role to Chicky and who's played by Lombardozzi. There's no telling what Tulsa King Season 2 has in store for Chicky, but if a convincing theory pays off, it would bring him even closer to this other character. With Tulsa King Season 2 well on the way, the show could fulfill a twist set up by Lombardozzi's character in a completely different show. Chicky, being Tulsa King Season 2's villain, would brilliantly flip the actor's Reacher role. Lombardozzi has had several roles before Tulsa King, and one of his most recent bears a striking resemblance to Chicky. Lombardozzi played Guy Russo, a New York detective in Reacher Season 2. For much of Reacher Season 2, viewers couldn't tell what Russo's actual motivation was. He was openly hostile to Jack, and he seemed to be a dirty cop and the central villain of the season. Much like Russo, Chicky's character in Tulsa King was also supposed to throw the audience off. It wasn't always clear what he actually thought of Dwight, and Chicky generally followed Pete's orders and the rules of the mafia. Russo and Chicky seem to be on opposite sides of the law, but their roles and their respective stories connect them together. Russo seemed like the obvious antagonist of Reacher Season 2 when he was first introduced, but he turned out to be a good cop and an ally. Chicky has already taken a decidedly more antagonistic role, but he still didn't seem to be fully committed to playing the villain. Tulsa King could, however, perfectly flip the fake-out Reacher had with Russo and turn Chicky into the show's main villain instead of an unexpected hero. Why Chicky may be a secret main villain in Tulsa King, Chicky became openly hostile to Dwight at the end of Tulsa King Season 1, but he was never a major threat to Dwight's criminal empire. He mostly stayed in New York, and the one time he went to Tulsa to openly oppose Dwight, Goody betrayed him, and he was immediately run out of town. Chicky seemed mostly incompetent and unstable in Tulsa King Season 1, and it was hard to tell exactly what role he'd play in the future of the show. However, a compelling theory suggests that Chicky could become Tulsa King Season 2's main villain. The theory suggests that Chicky's plan to take Dwight down in Tulsa King Season 1 was actually a diversion. Instead, Chicky might have told Goody, his longtime enforcer, to pretend to defect so he could gain Dwight's trust and double-cross him. If that proves to be true, it would establish Chicky as the main antagonist of the entire show and make him one of the biggest threats to Dwight's criminal empire. It would be the exact opposite of Russo's reveal as a hero in Reacher, and establishing Chicky as the show's main villain could make Tulsa King Season 2 truly surprising.